think my other problem is that I'm not sure how to move it. Because when I move it to the next, I really appreciate you guys for being here. So today we're going to be recapping on advertisement analysis. So again, welcome to grade 11 English First Additional Language. And my name is Ayanda, and as you know, I've taken over from Tolly. Yesterday, we also went through some advertisement analysis, and we found, we actually had fun with that. Tiari, can we please go to the second slide? Okay, so then we will find out. So again, for today's lesson, guys, today's lesson is going to be a little long in terms of like me speaking to our host, who's very generous, and I really appreciate this from her, because I'm not able to work at my full capacity. All right, but let's just make this work. So for this lesson, you're going to learn how to identify ads, identify different structures, the different language structure, which is different in comparison to what you had learned with Tolly, and this is something I had discussed yesterday. You're also going to do reading and interpreting, which covers overall comprehension. So I'm going to need you to be able to interpret something from just looking at the visual text, because it is just as important as other texts. All right? We can move on to slide 3, please. All right, so for today we have an advert from the Australian Post Office, right? So what it says is, if you really want to touch someone, send them a letter. And what we see here is a letter hugging someone. All right, so what message is the Australian Post advert conveying? So what the Post, in my opinion, is conveying is that, sorry about that, is that letters keep you in touch with people. As you can see, the letter is touching the person. Also, you can touch lives with letters. So you can touch someone's life with the letter. So think about sending letters to your loved ones. Think about sending a letter of employment. You know, if you get a letter of employment and you find out that you've been employed, that changes your life and that touches your life in a way. Think about pen pals. Think about people who write to prisoners. So you need to be very thoughtful when it comes to this exercise. And then the second question is, what kind of letter is being conveyed by this image? So we can tell that the letter that is being conveyed is not one that is hurtful or malicious or violent. We can see that the person is hugging, which is an affectionate way. So we can guess, or we can conclude that this is a loving, caring, or affectionate letter because of the touch. And we can also conclude that it is an informal letter, because usually a formal letter will not show any forms of affection like being displayed in this visual text. The second, the last question would be, what figure of speech would the image be? So we can see that the image is hugging the woman, if we may put it like that. We can see that the letter is hugging the woman. So as a figure of speech, we know it would be personification, because we know that a letter is an object. It does not have any human qualities. And once we give objects human qualities, then we personify them, which then gives us personification. Is that all right? Okay, so I'm gonna give you guys an 8-minute exercise whereby I'm going to send questions in the chat. And like yesterday, I found this very effective for us yesterday. Like yesterday, we're going to go through these questions and discuss them in the class. So, okay, I was just checking the participants. Hi, Mandisa. Hi, Prashani. Hi, Priyanka. Lovely to see you again. Hi, Sia Sanga. Hi, Spudaro. Hi, Tay Peters. Lovely to see you again. Hi, Tumiso. Lovely to see you. Lovely to see you again as well. All right. So I'm just going to be typing the first question, and that will be, whom would this advert appeal to? Appeal to in the relevant, in relation to the age of social media. So yesterday I was asking really basic questions because it was a starter, but today I think you guys are ready to actually tackle head-on questions like where you need to expand. Because when I was looking at past papers, I was noticing that most of the questions want you to expand, and the best way to earn marks in English is to expand. So I hope you guys are all working on the question. Let me just type the second question so long. And when you answer, could you please number your answers? So if you're answering question 1, your answer will be number 1 and then the answer. All right. Thank you, guys. Hi, Prashani. The questions are for the first advert, not the second advert. I'm just waiting for everyone to keep answering. If you were in my class yesterday, you will remember that I like to get all the answers in, and then I discuss the answers one by one. So the exercise that we're currently doing is for the first slide, the first post, the Australian post. So I don't know, Tiari, if you could you please go back to the Australian post, which would be the third slide so that they can see when they answer these questions. Thank you. Thank you so much, Tiari. Guys, are we winning? Hi, Jared. Lovely to see you here. Hello, Apiwe. Lovely to see you here as well. Welcome to the class. Let's just check the chat. Are you guys winning? Okay, so for the first question, whom would this advert appeal to in relation to the age of social media? Are you guys ready for me to actually give you my answers? Okay, thank you, Priyanka. Okay, let's see. Hope our 8 minutes is not over yet. Okay, it's not, because I'm timing this. Guys, remember to number your answers. Thank you. Okay, 1 minute remaining. Hi, Tlantla. Lovely to have you again. Who else is here that we haven't said hi to? Hi, Megan. Okay, so your minute is up. Discussion time. All right. So the first question was, whom would this advert appeal to with relevance to the age of social media? So most of you said that this advert would appeal to everyone, because sending letters is not subjected to being a certain age, right? Okay, I do agree with that. But if we want to be a little bit more creative, a little bit more smarter, we can say that because of social media, it is no longer relevant to send letters, because people now send emails, people send social media texts, and so forth. So it wouldn't be as relevant as it would have been in the olden days. You can also say that it would be more relevant to older people, the older generation, as they are more likely to use manual routes rather than technology, right? So I don't know if you guys want me to text that. If y'all do, please just let me know and I can do that right away. All right, for the second question, what service is being advertised? The service that is being advertised is a delivery service. So you can say the delivery service, or the Australian Post Office is advertising its delivery service. All right. And then the third question is, how do we know that this letter is informal? We have discussed that, and this is because the letter is hugging the person, and formal letters are usually don't have affectionate tones, right? So there's no affection in formal letters. And then number 4 was, what do they mean, touch someone? Touch someone. The slogan, if you really want to touch someone, send them a letter. So what I'm asking here is, do they really mean that you are going to be touching someone by sending them a letter? And the answer is no. So they mean it figuratively. They mean that you're going to be touching someone by getting in touch with them, writing to them, changing their lives, writing something that is life-changing to them. I don't know if you get what I mean. So are you guys happy with those answers? Let me just text those. Thank you. Thank you so much. Priyanka says words can have a good effect. That is beautiful. Mandisa said, okay, aimed at all people. That is correct. A mail delivery service. Perfect. It is touching the girl. Okay, your letter might be very touching letter, and it could make the person feel like you are right there. That is such a great answer. Okay, so if you guys can also just chat publicly in the group so that other people are able to catch on to what you guys are saying, because it's actually, oh, okay, no problem. I will keep reading the answers out. No problem. I've just realized that you guys can't text in the group publicly. No problem. Okay. So it is for people of all ages that can keep in touch with their loved ones. Priyanka also said that, which is perfect. Let us see other. Okay, Budaro said ages 70 to 20, which is also right. So remember something with English paper 1. There isn't really a wrong or right answer. It all just depends on perception, right? So I'm going to give you the answers again to these questions. So let me just write answers as a heading, and then space. So answers, number 1, all people, or what did they say? We said all people or older people who aren't used to technology, right? And then we said number 2 is what service? A mail delivery service. Number 3, we said, how do we know this letter is informal? Formal letters do not have affectionate underlying tones. Okay, and then there's number 4. So to figuratively touch someone's life through letters. Are you guys happy? So that's done. Hope you guys are happy. Okay, perfect. Tiari, could we please move on to the next slide, the one after the 8-minute discussion? Perfect, thank you so much. Guys, our host is literally the best. Okay, so I will be looking at it from my computer so that I'm able to chat with you guys. Perfect, so what do you guys see? What do we see here? So I decided to go with the non-positive take because usually I go for, so we did, yesterday we did, what did we do yesterday? What company was that again? It was McDonald's. So that was a positive one. Today we also did the Australian Post, which was a positive one. So this one is a negative one. So what do we see here? A mouth. Tay says bad breath, fish breath. Perfect. Thank you, Tay. Prashani had also, Priyanka, had also answered and said it is for people who have bad breath. Okay, so the first question is, what do you think is meant by this image considering what is being advertised? So what is meant by the image? Apiwa says for people who have bad breath, which is correct. What is meant by the image? Perfect. Tay says chloride takes away bad breath. Okay, please give me a second. There we go. Okay, I'm back on the chat with everyone. All right, cool. So what is meant by the image? I would say what is meant by the image is bad breath. Bad breath, that is totally correct. And then we're also gonna say the use of the fish suggests unpleasant breath. Why? Because we all know that fish generally smells unpleasant, right? What about this image would motivate consumers to buy this product? So what about the image? Apira said, people who have bad breath can eat claret and they'll be good to go. Love it. Yes, perfect. So everybody else, what about this image would motivate consumers to buy this product? Hello, Omolemo. Thank you for joining. Welcome to class. See, who else haven't I greeted? Okay, well, I've said hi to everyone. Okay, It'll help their problem of their bad breath by eating one. That's Prashani. Thank you, Prashani. That is correct. Breath insecurity. Thank you, Tay. Love it. So what I would say is to buy clarets. So what would motivate consumers is that they would be motivated to buy clarets if they have this issue. Let me actually write this. If they have this issue. Okay, so I also said using the image of the fish will trigger consumers to act on their bad breath problem. All right, perfect. So what is being advertised? We all know that they're advertising clarets. And then, all right. Excuse me. Okay, I'm just going to read a few more answers. So Priyanka says, so they can keep their mouth clean. That is correct. Mandisa says, the lady has a fish which resembles bad breath. So if anyone eats clarets, they would have solved this issue. Correct. Okay, is everyone happy with the answers? Let's see. Tiari, can we please move to the next slide? Thank you so much. So what would you guys like one more lesson on the advertisements topic, or can we move on to language and editing? So for this week, we're going to be focusing on paper 1, which I think is the most fun in English. So I will prepare something within, you know, that radius. So I'll just get a vote. Tay wants to move on. Okay, so Omolimo also wants language and editing. Translate also says language and editing. Perfect. So everyone says move on. We're moving on. Priyanka says we're moving on. Prashani also says moving on. Mandisa says yes. Perfect. So it looks like majority of the class wants to move on. So we'll be doing language and editing tomorrow. And any suggestions that you guys might have for tomorrow's lesson as well? And just let me know how you felt about today's lesson. Is there anything that could have been changed? Is there anything that could have been done better? I really apologize for the technical glitch that we had in the beginning, but I'm glad that with the help of Tiari and your patience, I was able to continue with the lesson. So if you can just give me any suggestions, any queries. Thank you so much, Apiwe. Thank you so much. Apiwe says, don't change anything. You are perfect. Okay, Prashani has suggestions. Focus on nouns. So we're going to be doing that in the language and editing. So you're going to have real fun there, Prashani. You made my day because today is my birthday. Happy birthday, Priyanka. Have a good day. I'm glad you still made it to class even though it's your birthday. Happy birthday. Really, really, really wishing you the best. Thank you, Prashani. Thank you so much, man. Thank you for making this class exciting. No problem. My aim is that you guys need to have fun and learn as much as possible all the time. I don't want you guys ever leaving my class and feeling like you haven't learned. Thank you, Mandisa. Mandisa says, ma'am, you were awesome. Thank you so much. Tiari, could we please move to the last slide so I can say my final goodbyes? Thank you so much, Tiari. Okay, so guys, that is my contact. If you have essays or anything that you need me to check, please email me at thebookzza@gmail.com. And I will catch you guys next week. Thank you, English Times. You guys have been so understanding and so good to work with. I can't wait to get into language and editing tomorrow. I know you guys will really enjoy it. Still just going to look for a fun passage that we can go through as a group tomorrow, and one that you can also do as a class exercise, as you know that I love those. Thank you guys. Thank you for coming, and thank you for just generally being good. Here we go.